Your Honor, can you hear me okay?
Sure can. Thanks.
You sound great also. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Doug, we on the record?
We're on the record, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Good evening. It's Wednesday, May the 28th, 2025. It's approximately 7 p.m. My name is Christine Burke. I'm a public utility law judge with the Maryland Public Service Commission. We're here tonight for a public comment hearing in case number 9712, which is captioned the Historical Old Town Bridge Preservation LLC, care of O1C LLC's application for a rate increase for charges and tolls. On July 14th, the Historic Old Town Bridge Preservation filed an application with the Public Service Commission of Maryland for authority to revise its toll rates and charges. The bridge is requesting an increase to the toll rate for a passenger vehicle crossing from $1.50 to $2.50, as well as proposing increases to other types of vehicle rates. The bridge is the only privately owned toll bridge operating in Maryland and provides crossing over the Potomac River between Old Town, Maryland and Green Spring, West Virginia. As for the status of the case, the parties have been in the process of discovery. There are 2 rounds of testimony due to be filed by the parties on June the 6th and June the 24th. A hearing is presently scheduled for July 10th, 2025 to consider temporary rates. The purpose of tonight's hearing is to receive public comments on the bridge's application. But before we begin, I want to explain to the public where more information is accessible on the Public Service Commission's website. Just one moment while I share my screen. Everybody see my screen? Yes.
Yes.
The application and all the documents that have been filed in this case are publicly available in the electronic docket on the Maryland Public Service Commission's homepage, which is psc.state.md.us. To access the documents that have been filed, you would click on the case mail log portal, which is located on the left of the screen, which is a blue-green box. Click that, and then a search toolbar comes up at the top. To access the file, you click 9712. You have to type that in, not click, and hit search. And the electronic docket will appear with all the documents that have been filed thus far in this case. To access any of the documents, you would click the number on the left-hand side of the screen. And then you're able to download or view or print any of the documents that have been filed thus far. The application that was filed can be found on page 4, and it would be docket number entry 35. And that's the bridge's application and supporting documentation for the rate increase. In addition to tonight's hearing, written comments may also be submitted on the Public Service Commission's website. To do so, you would scroll down about halfway down the page under the Tools section of the home page where it says Make a Public Comment. If you click that button, there are instructions on how to submit written comments electronically. And that requires a one-time registration, or you may submit written comments by mail. And those are to be addressed to Jamie Bergen, the Chief Clerk of the Maryland Public Service Commission, 6 St. Paul Street, 16th floor, Baltimore, Maryland. Important that any comments that are submitted include the case number, again, which is 9712, so that those comments are filed with the appropriate case. Finally, on the homepage, if you'd like to view other comments that have been filed in the case, you can click Search Public Comments. And then at the top of the screen, search by case. Under case number, there's a drop-down menu, and you would again select case number 9712. It's right there. Hit search. And then all of the comments that have been filed so far in the case appear. To view those, you would click the button over to the right-hand side of the screen, which says view, and then each comment is available for viewing. I'm going to ask that the parties that are here tonight introduce themselves and explain their role in the case, beginning with the applicant. And if you want, Mr. McManus, want to give a brief overview of the bridge's application.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. I am David McManus. I am the attorney for the Old.
I'm having a
Bridge.
little
David, you
trouble
have to speak
hearing
up,
you. Yeah,
You're not hearing that? Okay, let me adjust.
slow. Can you hear him, Doug?
He's very, very low. I'm not sure I can get him. He has to speak louder or get closer to the microphone.
All right, I have a headset on, so I will speak
That's
louder.
a little better.
Is that better? Okay,
Yeah, that's better.
thank you. Again, I'm David McManus, counsel for the Old Town Bridge. With me today is the owner-operator of the Old Town Bridge, Walter Fields, and Lori Roberts, who was the prior owner of the bridge and an interested party in this proceeding. The applicant's position is simple. The Old Town Bridge, through Walter Fields, is seeking a rate increase because yearly expenses to operate the bridge exceed yearly revenues from tolls. It's consistent every year that the revenues exceed the expenses exceed the revenues, and that's not sustainable. So what the bridge is attempting to do with this rate increase application is work with the Public Service Commission, which has also endorsed a rate increase, to try to find a set of rates that will allow the bridge to be operated not at a loss, so that monthly expenses and yearly expenses can be paid in a timely fashion, and the repairs that need to be done frequently because of the nature of this bridge will be done in a timely fashion so the bridge remains operable. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. McManus. For the Office of People's Counsel,
Good evening, Nicole Zeichner with the Maryland Office of People's Counsel. The Office of People's Counsel is participating in this case to represent the interests of any non-commercial users of the bridge. OPC, or the Office of People's Counsel, has retained an expert who has reviewed the company's application for rate increase as well as staff's report, and OPC plans to file this expert's testimony next week. As explained by Her Honor, filed testimony in this case will be able to be accessed on the Public Service Commission's website under case number 9712. You can also find my contact information there if you have any questions for our office. Thank you.
thank you. Also not present this evening is staff counsel for the technical staff of the Maryland Public Service Commission, who is also a party to the case and has conducted an evaluation. The technical staff of the commission has looked at the application and conducted an investigation into the accounting and application for the rate increase. There will be additional testimony filed by staff counsel on the dates that I indicated earlier. On the notice of the hearing that was issued on April 4th, there were instructions on how to participate in tonight's hearing, as well as instructions on how to submit written comments. I did not see that anyone requested the Zoom link to join tonight's hearing. But if there is anyone here that wishes to speak or make comments, then now would be the time to do so. And I do not see anyone else here. But tonight's hearing is also being live streamed on YouTube. So for anyone that was not able to participate in tonight's hearing and sign up, I did indicate earlier how written comments may be filed. They are also written on the Public Service Commission's homepage, as well as on the notice that was issued for tonight's hearing. So with that, if there are no other comments from anybody else here, I thank everybody for participating tonight. All written comments that are filed will be considered in issuance of the final order in this case. And with that, we can go off the record. Thank you.
We're off the record, Your Honor. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I don't know if now would be the appropriate time to ask, since we're all still here. It was Mr. McManus, was a certificate of publication filed? Was this hearing publicized?
Yes.
Okay, that's what, I didn't see the docket, so I realized you might be filing it after this. I just wanted to ask. Thank you. Sorry to.
Thank you.